Hello everybody, welcome back to the NDAC lower bracket. We are now featuring the Team Waffle versus PAYOH Pro. And with PAYOH Pro looking not to want to face the Doombringer, and Team Waffle, they don't want to face Viper. They've seen it in far too many games today. They've played it, they've piloted it effectively, and they've also had it go against them. So they just don't want to deal with the hero. PAYOH Pro, they don't want to see Shadow Fiend. They're bored. The eponymous Master of Souls has been played a considerable amount in 6.85 and also in this tournament. So PAYOH Pro not wanting to see it. We are now currently working through the lower bracket. The loser of this game is eliminated and the winner continues on in the tournament, and we'll have to win two games after this one in order to qualify for the grand final. The first overall pick comes from PAYOH Pro. It is the Dazzle, a versatile, reliable support, keeping heroes alive for inordinate amounts of time, providing extra armor, and providing sustained healing through Shadow Wave. All in all, a very powerful hero in the current meta, revolving around constant fighting and burst damage.
10 seconds to go.
He helps teammates survive the burst damage and reset and re-engage following the initiation from his or the other team. Team Waffle, they are digging into their reserve time to try to figure out their first overall pick. They choose to pick the Undying. This is a hero that has been banned in the majority of the games that I've casted today. No team wants to deal with it, and let's see if Team Waffle can use it to their advantage and push the game to an early end. To aid this, they pick up the Queen of Pain, a very mobile, very high damage mid lane hero that can flash farm very easily, rotate to other lanes, and gank while still getting very rapid farm. The Dazzle might help keep one person alive, but if the Queen of Pain lands her spells very nicely, there's more than likely going to be more than one person dying at a time. And PAYOH Pro respond with the Tusk, the most contested hero of 6.85, for very good reason. He's very versatile, keeps his allies alive with Snowball, can dodge crucial spells with it, initiation with the Snowball and War Ice Punch, manipulation of terrain by creating ice shards, and just, general being very annoying. PAYOH Pro choosing not to want to try face the Alchemist, and Team Waffle not wanting to fight against Dazzle Huskar. Huskar and Dazzle is a rather dirty combination that was piloted effectively by Mineski in the Frankfurt Major, and they don't want to see anyone emulating Mineski here. PAYOH Pro not wanting to fight against Earthshaker, a very disruptive hero, and PAYOH Pro banning out Gyro. This is a carry that has seen a lot of play today. Popular for his early damage from his spells, which scales into very potent damage in the late game from his auto attack with Flak Cannon. Overall, a very strong hero throughout the game, and one that Team Waffle doesn't want to grapple with. Gyrocopter particularly strong against Undying because if he turns on Flak Cannon, he clears out all of the zombies in the nearby vicinity, and which would hurt Team Waffle's strategy immensely. We'll see if Team Waffle choose to go with more early aggression to complement the Undying, or maybe think that this is enough and go back and secure a more late game focused hero. But with 6.85 being a very fighting focused patch, not many games leading to a massive farm war, Team Waffle will go back for their support, the Rubik. Rubik, a strange pick to see this early in a draft, but he has a very strong skill set. He has telekinesis and instant disable, the Fade Bolts, nice D-push, and not to be underestimated, the Null Field to reduce magic damage. Right now there's some pretty good spells to steal. He could steal Ice Shards, the Frozen Sigil, maybe even the Shallow Grave from the Dazzle would be beneficial to Rubik's team. But it also forces the enemy to draft around it, as they don't want to pick up a hero that Rubik could easily steal a very potent spell from, such as a Witch Doctor stealing his ultimate, or an Enigma stealing Black Hole, even just a Vengeful Spirit stealing a swap or a stun. Rubik does force you to change your draft, and maybe Team Waffle just looking to mess with the minds of PAYOH Pro at this point in time. PAYOH Pro still have a number of things that they could pick. They could run the Tusk as a support / roamer, and then they'd still need to pick up their offlaner, mid laner, and safe lane carry. Or they could run Tusk as an offlaner, pick up their other support, their mid lane and their safe lane carry. Either way, they have a lot of variance within their lineup. Tusk can pretty much go in most places and still be remarkably effective. One of the strengths of the hero is his flexibility in terms of laning. They choose to pick up their safe lane carry in the form of the Juggernaut, even though Omni Slash is very worrying if Rubik does manage to steal from the Juggernaut. If the Juggernaut is quick, he should be able to cast Blade Flurry afterwards and let the Rubik get that instead. Juggernaut, a very well suited hero to the current meta, while maybe not seen as much as he was in 6.83, where he was just run with Mask of Madness and just seen everywhere. He is still a popular carry, with his build changing slightly to go back for the Battle Fury instead of the Mask of Madness, and a little bit more late game and stat based focused. So this is Team PAYOH Pro securing their late game fighting capability while still getting a hero very good at pushing early with his healing ward. And Team Waffle counter with their own beefy melee carry in the Sven. This is a hero that isn't picked a lot because he can often get kited and needs more than other popular carries to come truly online, but Team Waffle, thinking that they can give the Sven the space that he needs to get his farm on and become a very effective, to get his carry on. Time will tell whether the Sven chooses to be a more late game focused Sven building into Daedalus and BKB, or an early Blink Mask of Madness for extra aggression. That will largely depend on how much farming gets and how the game goes for our sword wielding friend. Team PAYOH Pro running a bit low on time and choose to pick up the Windranger as what is most likely their mid lane hero. Windranger, a very strong hero in the current meta. Shackle Shot seems to latch onto thin air or creeps that are thousands of units away, and once she gets her Agnum Scepter, she has remarkable physical burst damage potential through her ultimate. She'll also be hard for the Sven to deal with if she manages to get her wind run off, as Sven relies on punching her a couple of times to bring her down, but that's where a Queen of Pain ultimate thrown on her head might make her pretty sad. We're now into the last banning stage, and Team Waffle choosing to ban out the Witch Doctor, not wanting to deal with the bongos. With Sven being easy to kite, those little coconuts will wreak havoc with his plans. for Team PAYOH Pro, they're very short in time. They've got about 20 seconds to think about what they want to ban out for their last ban. At this point, it's probably the second support from Team Waffle, and they choose to ban out the Winter Wyvern, scoping out that the Undying is going to be by himself in the off lane. Team Waffle just look to round out their lineup with, they have good stun, they have good burst damage, they don't have much in the way of sustain. The Undying does provide the Soul Rip and most likely will be building towards the Guardian Greaves this game, but with the ongoing physical damage potential, they pick up the Naga. Always a hero that people groan when they think that they could be playing against a Cancer Radiance Naga. This means that we might actually be seeing a support Fen, focusing on getting the Warcry and the stun as opposed to great levels of cleave and physical damage. Or it could be a Naga support. This is a very open lineup from Team Waffle, a very well-rounded draft, and with the reset / initiation capability of the Song of the Siren, they should be able to find the exact fight that they want to when they want to find it. And how will PAYOH Pro respond? They will pick up the Timbersaw, a great hero against melee carries and carries based around illusions, which Naga, Siren, Sven and Undying all are. So while he doesn't do much against the Queen of Pain, he will, with his Whirling Blades, he will steal strength, he will reduce the Undying's strength, and as Undying relies on stealing extra strength to stay alive, this will be even more potent. The Sven is likely to be a carry Sven and a support Naga, just judging by the players playing them. And we're going to go into the game with two fairly well-rounded drafts. A surprise pick of the Timbersaw. The Team Waffle do have the stuns that they need to lock down the Timbersaw for enough time to kill him. And I'll go ahead and introduce teams. We have Filth on the Naga Siren. We have Hoots on the Queen of Pain. We have someone with a Chinese name on the Sven. We have Hif on the Rurik. We have Bicolor, or Bicolor, if he's French, I don't know, on the Undying. On for the Dire, we have Munsta on the very snazzy looking Timbersaw. We have King of Troll on the Tusk. We have Gyarados on the Windranger. We have Gucci OTK on the Dazzle. And we have EZG on the Juggernaut. As seems to be the trend in this tournament, the Radiant team goes for the top rune and the Dire team goes for the bottom rune. There hasn't been much in the way of contestation for runes and early fights.
30 seconds to go.
So teams just content to give each other the runes, as opposed to trying to battle it out. The Dire place a ward, blocking the Radiant, pull camp, and walk towards the top rune. Walk towards the bot rune, sorry. The Radiant, on the other hand, they gather up around the top rune. Naga
Here we go.
electing to get the first bounty rune. It looks like it might even be a Naga Siren mid. That's something I haven't seen in quite a while. She has a lot of pooled regen and a poor man shield, which means that she could be looking to get the mid lane experience, and she will. Hoots most likely going to throw out one or two daggers and support her Naga against the Windranger, which is a pretty tough matchup for the Naga. Any matchup where you're a melee hero going up against a ranged hero is going to be difficult because they can just always harass you. But with the extra harass coming out from the Queen of Pain, Gyarados is already looking fairly low. If Filth had chosen to level Net as opposed to Mirror Image, for that level 2, they may have been able to get the kill, but that is something that we can only speculate on. In the safe lane, Sven is Stun King of Troll. Will Rubik be able to get in range for the telekinesis in time? No, he will not. Tusk healing up by the Tango, and this lane should be fairly tough for the Sven to go against. Although Munsta doesn't have a lot of health, Sven could potentially eat his enchanted mango, throw off a stun, and kill the Timbersaw. If he knew that he had the Whirling Death, which he now does, he might realize that he could kill Munsta. Oh, Tombstone has been dropped top to no avail. They tried to kill the Dazzle, but the Dazzle just managed to run away before anything could be done. Timbersaw is normally fairly good against melee carries, simply because he can just push Q, get the Whirling Death, and some easy harass without risking too much of his own life. Sven, he's been farming fairly well. He's got 7 last hits, Timbersaw's got 8, so both heroes fairly content with just letting the other farm a little bit and not trying to be too aggressive. In the Radiant jungle, Rubik tried to find the Dire ward, but the Sentry ward just not in range. A little bit to the left and it would have been able to get it. Tusk has rotated back into the bottom lane, and in mid lane, Filth isn't having a very good time. Hoots, he gives Filth a couple of charges from his bottle and then gives the bottle to him. Hoots is essentially acting as a winged courier for the Naga Siren. While the Naga Siren may be getting harassed, he's almost keeping up with the Windranger in terms of farm. He's only 2 CS behind. The Windranger missing a couple of denies. Hoots just throwing out that level 1 dagger. And Gyarados, he smells that he might be in trouble. Pops his Windrun and then just turns on Filth a little bit. Filth has his bottle at the same time that Gyarados has his, so they may just look to exchange farm for the next couple of minutes. In the top lane, Bicolor is constantly stealing strength from EZG. EZG does however have a stick to bring his health and mana up should Bicolor try to go on him. Back in the bot lane, Sven still farming against the Timbersaw, gaining extra movement speed for Warcry just to whomp him down a little bit. And but he's falling fairly low. Timbersaw, oh, if he'd hit that Timber Chain, Sven would probably be dead. Sven, realizing this, just popping his healing and staying in the lane a little bit more. The Rubik at this time, he's just healing up in the base. He sees them going on his Sven, he TPs in. He lifts the Tusk a little bit after his teammate had decided to throw out the stun. In the top lane, Juggernaut's already picked up his phase boots. Undying, he has Tombstone up against, they may look to be aggressive between him and the Queen of Pain, but it's going to be difficult with the Dazzle there. Especially he has the level 1 Grave, level 2 Shallow Wave, and in the bot lane they're being dove behind the tower. The Timbersaw gets lifted up, but then he gets slammed down by the snowball, and the Rubik will go down here. That'll be the first blood to the King of Troll. Tusk saying ever so cockily, first blood, now who wants to be second? In the mid lane, we've got Windranger still winning a little bit, and overall the Dire are winning very hard over the Radiant, and EZG with 1 Blade Flurry gets a kill on the Undying. Manages to pop the healing ward, but it may not be enough, as if the Queen of Pain has her spells in 5 seconds, she gets the healing ward down. She may just choose to go for the Juggernaut, but with a Dazzle heal bomb, they kill her before she can do anything. And Naga Siren also rotates in, but a Grave from Dazzle will mean that the Juggernaut will not even die. Naga, her haste rune has worn off, so maybe EZG and Gucci might look to turn on her. But this is always creating space for the Windranger to farm, and she is now 29 and 12, as opposed to the Naga 17 and 3. The early game going very well for Team PAYOH Pro. Team Waffle, not quite keeping up at this point. They're about 4,000 net worth behind, about 3,000 experience at 6 minutes. It's looking pretty grim, but it's not the end of the world. They do have strong team fighting heroes, such as Undying and the Sven, so if they manage to go into the early mid game not too far behind, they will be able to take team fights if they execute them very nicely. But in the bot lane, Sven does get gone on again. Rubik saves him with a timely telekinesis, and he does pop his mango to try get the stun off. If that ice shards had hit, it may have been the end of the Sven, but he does manage to get off just to the side of him. Gyarados, he's picked up his phase boots already. He's got his bottle crowing at this point in time. Filth, he's picked up an Invis rune and is right next to oh! He songs the sirens. Tusk does kill Sven in the bot lane, but he cancels the Song of Siren a little early, and Hoots clearly wasn't aware. Gyarados is still alive, but he may go down to illusions. He does go down to the Naga illusions. Overall, it's a 3-for-1 trade across the map as the Rubik goes down with the Juggernaut rotation into the bot lane. The Omni Slash clearly securing both the Sven and the Rubik kill, and in the end, this tier 1 tower. Overall, but killing the Windranger was advantageous for Team Waffle, but the Dire managing to take the tier 1 tower in the bot lane, gaining access to the Radiance jungle. Juggernaut, he's picked up his phase boots, his Ring of Aquila. He'll be looking to either build into maybe a Drum of Endurance if he feels he needs the extra stats, or just straight into that Battle Fury. Whatever he's doing, he'll be building it in the top lane. Gyarados in the mid lane, he's still got his phase boots and CSing rather nicely. With the Song of Siren down, Filth should be a little more defensive and much less aggressive. They do spot the Dazzle deep within their own jungle, and but they're unaware that the Timbersaw is also there. Undying pops his ultimate, gets his tombstone off, gets the soul report, and gets initiated. King of Troll jumping on the Undying, a nice long range power shot, spelling the end of the Undying. Sven landing a nice 2-man stun. Gucci OTK keeping himself alive with a Shadow Grave, but it's not enough. The Queen of but the Timbersaw whirling death is just decimating them. Filth, he's gonna go down as well. Whirling death. Timbersaw may die, but overall that was a buyback from the Queen of Pain, and all of the while the Juggernaut wasn't even there. That was 1,000 gold swing in favor of the Dire without their carry even being there. He's pushed down the top tower in the meantime. That was great play from Team PAYOH Pro. Nice combination of their spells, their players saving them for when they would be the most valued. Gyarados sniping the Undying with a long range power shot. Gucci keeping himself alive for more time than Team Waffle could deal with a Shallow Grave, and King of Troll just wreaking havoc with Tusk. And of course the Timbersaw with a maxed out Whirling Death, dishing out inordinate amounts of pure damage at this stage of the game. Tusk looking to initiate on the Undying, but we'll just be content with getting the tower. King of Troll, he's about 2k from his... No, he's about 3k from his... No, 2k from his Battle Fury. King of Troll, he's almost completed his Urn of Shadows. Munsta, he's looking towards what is probably going to be an early Bloodstone, and he's building towards that at a very rapid rate with his early kills. He's currently 2-1. He's been in 5 assists as well. He's been in 7 of the 11 kills that his team has been in. The only person that's been in more is the Tusk, who's been in 8. Dazzle hanging around in the mid lane in case Team Waffle want to try and go on their Windranger. He does reveal himself. Oh, and the Queen of Pain has spotted him. The Tusk goes on the Undying, not quite enough to bring him down, and this may be where the turn comes. Queen of Pain ult comes onto the Dazzle. Dazzle does go down for the Queen of Pain. The Naga Siren ult saving him for now. Juggernaut, he doesn't have enough mana for his ultimate or the cooldown, but he's there to provide his moral support and right clicks. A good Queen of Pain ult and spells, securing the Dazzle kill and allowing Team Waffle to get a little bit more gold in their pockets. However, at 11 minutes the gold lead is just under 10,000 in the favor of Team PAYOH Pro. And EasyG, he just looks to spank Hoots on the butt a couple of times and run away. With the extra damage and the extra regen from the broadsword and the Ring of Health for his Battle Fury, EasyG can just run around the map, right-clicking creeps very quickly, farming faster than the Sven at this point in time. Sven, he's only got his treads yet, whereas the Juggernaut has phase boots, broadsword, and a Ring of Health, and 950 gold on top of that. He'll be probably completing his Perseverance in the secret shop when he's cleared out this wave. In terms of net worth, the Juggernaut easily the furthest ahead. A smoke is used by someone, but to no avail. The Sven, he's sitting on a lowly 2,500 net worth. This is due to 0-2 and 1 stats. Dying twice, only 1 assist in his team's 5 kills, and he may go down here again. Snowball onto the Rubik, hits the Sven as well, but a nice 2-man stun from the Sven could mean a turnaround. But Walrus Punch punches him up in the air, Timber Chain through, the Chakram, and a Whirling Death means he is dead. Munsta is doing immense work on this Timbersaw. The long range shackle spells a dead Queen of Pain, a dead Undying, and a dead Tombstone, and more than likely a very, very dead tier 2 tower in the bot lane, and with Juggernaut pushing top, damage to that tower as well. Another 2,000 gold going towards Team PAYOH Pro, and the game slips further and further away from Team Waffle. However, they're far from out of this game. With heroes like the Naga and the Sven, with more than capable late game potential, Naga one of the scariest heroes to go get in the late game due to her power to split push, and Sven being able to one-shot entire teams with his cleave and double damage. If PAYOH Pro can just stall off, if Team Waffle can just stall off Team PAYOH Pro into that late game where their Naga gets 2 or 3 items, their Sven gets a BKB, a Blink Dagger, and just is able to survive and push effectively, and their supports are able to survive in team fights, Team Waffle does have a chance. But PAYOH Pro, they're not looking to give them that chance. They get Roshan, and they're going to look to push aggressively off of this. Windranger, she has 2 lives now. Munsta, he's almost got his entire Bloodstone. He may even have that Bloodstone coming on the courier. In fact, he does. He'll be looking to get his Bloodstone, and start racking up those Bloodstone charges. He's maximizing the efficiency of his bottle by dropping his point booster and getting his Bloodstone. He's got haste. Crazy Timbersaw set rollicking in. Gyarados showing himself, plinking at the tower. Juggernaut with his ultimate up, just hitting and not even concerned with the fact that Nagasaran tossed him in a net. King of Troll just dealing with the split pushing creeps, and Team PAYOH Pro just look to complete the destruction of Team Waffle's towers by claiming the tier 2 top in the near future. Juggernaut, he's bought his entire Battle Fury. It'll be on the courier, and this will allow him to farm creeps even faster and allow them to escalate their already significant 15,000 gold lead and 9,000 experience lead at 16 minutes. Windranger solo kills the Undying, and Team PAYOH Pro move as 5 into the top lane. Juggernaut picks up his Battle Fury, and they just set up shop at the tower. Windranger at 16 minutes already has her Aghanim Scepter, so her ult is on a 15-second cooldown. The Queen of Pain and the Sven are trying to split push, but while they're pushing the tier 1 tower, PAYOH Pro are pushing their tier 3. Undying does lay down the tombstone, but it is scouted by EZG, and he just, with 4 right clicks, brings it down. The Undying not leveled enough to have a more solid tombstone. Sven gets initiated on, gets ulted by the Windranger, and Juggernaut whips out his ult, kills two heroes. The Undying dies, and Sven goes down with him. The Tusk is taken down with them, but the rest of the heroes are sent packing back to the well, while Gyarados and EZG can just hit the melee barracks, taking the first melee barracks at 17.5 minutes in. PAYOH Pro, they've got what they came for. They don't need to stay any longer. They back out and regroup. Tusk, he's got his Blink Dagger. Munsta, he's got 10 charges on his Bloodstone and has 2,000 gold on top of it. It'll be interesting to see what he goes next. He may turn that 2,000 gold into a Boots of Travel just for the ability to be everywhere. He may start building an Aghanim Scepter. The world is this crazy Timbersaw's oyster. With the 3 highest net worth heroes all on the Dire, and all 3,000 gold ahead of the most farmed hero on the Radiant, the Naga, it's more than 20k at 18 minutes. The likelihood of Team Waffle coming back from this is very, very slim, but not impossible. While King of Troll may have a VG sigil, it is all about Team PAYOH Pro this game. EZG and Gyarados just looking to use the last couple of minutes of this Aegis of the Immortal, sit on high ground, not be concerned with whatever comes at them, even if it's a scary zombie monster, and just take down the tier 3 tower. Gyarados, absolutely fearless, knows that the Sven can't touch him if he has his Wind Run up, and they take the tier 3 tower and back out a little. They wait. They may look to just wait for the tombstone to finish up. They may just claim more than that. But Team PAYOH Pro, they're playing it smart. They're just backing up, regenerating the heroes, waiting for cooldowns like the Healing Ward, like the next round of Weave, and the Windranger ultimate to come online. And Gyarados, he does get initiated on an early Grey from Dazzle, but it doesn't even matter. Snowball of the Juggernaut onto the Rubik and the Naga. The Aegis does expire, so Gyarados gets full healed in the duration of the Naga Siren ultimate, and the Juggernaut cleans up the Sven, cleans up the Undying, and essentially cleans up the game. At 20 minutes, Team Waffle are now down 2 lanes of barracks. Well, almost down 2 lanes of barracks. EZG goes back and right clicks 1. Naga Siren goes down 1 more time. A very aggressive snowball from King of Troll will not be punished because there is no one alive to punish him. They take Team PAYOH Pro take the bottom racks, and Team Waffle call GG. They are eliminated. Team PAYOH Pro goes on and advances in the loser bracket to face the winner of the other losers bracket game to be determined. Thank you so much for joining me. I've been PizzaDog Dota. You can catch me on twitch.tv/PizzaDogCasting, youtube.com/PizzaDog, and twitter.com/PizzaDogCasting. Thank you for watching this game, and this is not the end. There is more NDAC coming up very soon. I hope you join me for that. Keep enjoying Dota, friends. Most important thing is to have fun.